Hi guys, I'm going to show you today how to change your rough draft of your paragraph into like a final draft version with MLA. So you should of course look at all of my comments and make sure that you do the self-edit checklist. And after all that's done, then you can come in here and you can look at the MLA formatting guide and watch this video. So if you open the MLA formatting guide, it gives us instructions and an example of what good MLA formatting looks like. So you can see up here at the top, last name with one. This is called the header. This is the heading over here, your first and last name, your teacher's name, the class, the date that the assignment is due, title, one paragraph, double spaced, okay? So we're gonna look through each of these items individually, and I'm going to show you how to change them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is look at the font Times New Roman. So an easy way to change font style and size is to hit Control A on your board here, or you could go Edit, Select All, and it will select everything in the document. Okay, so what we are going to do, we want Times New Roman because that is acceptable for MLA, and then we also want size 12 font. So you want to make sure that the number 12 is here. If it's not, put it in, okay? The next thing we have to do is make sure that our margins are 1 inch all around. So if I skim down, you can see that there's this gap between this paragraph and the margin, right? And the edge of the paper. So we can't have that. So the easiest way to fix this is to go up to File and then Page Setup and then look at all of your margins. They should all say 1. If they are all 1, which these are, then we're going to come here into this paragraph and we're going to see where these little blue guys are at the top. And then we're going to have to drag them over. Okay, and so then this is flush with the rest of your paragraphs on that 1 inch margin line. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna have to do is look at spacing, double spaced. So just like we did with font, the entire thing needs to be double spaced. So you're gonna go Control A, or like we said before, you can go Edit, Select All, and it'll select everything. And then we're gonna go up here to line spacing, and we're gonna select double, okay? Excuse me. One of the things you don't need here are the instructions. So once you have 2 pies, once you label the parts of your paragraph, bolded, underlined, and italics, right? We're just going to take all of that out because that is not going to be on the final copy, okay? So after that, the header is your last name followed by the page number. So this shouldn't just say last name. This should have your last name here. So you're just going to highlight it. Oh my goodness, what's going on? So you're going to highlight it. Make sure that you're actually in the header. That was the mistake I just made. And then you're going to write your last name, space, and then a 1. And then you'll see that that's going to carry over to every page, but the page number will change. Okay, so that looks good. The next thing we're going to look at is the heading in this order. Our name, the teacher's name, the course, and then the due date, right? So we're going to go back here. This says name. I'm going to highlight name, and I'm going to write a name. I'm going to write my name, my teacher's name, Miss Maneri, which I already put in there. Please leave it so it's spelled correctly. And then the class we are in is American Literature 11, okay? The next thing we're going to have to do is set the due date. So the date due for the final draft is Sunday. Okay, so Sunday is the 15th of November, 2020. So we're going to have to make sure that that's set. Okay, so after we get done doing the heading, our title needs to be centered, not bold, and not underlined. So right now it is centered. It is Times New Roman 12, but it is bolded. So I can go up here and hit the B, or if you know quick keys, you can do Control B, and it'll switch it out. Okay. Now I need to indent each new paragraph and make sure that it's left aligned. So because I only have a single paragraph, I'm going to come up here to my first line and I'm going to hit the tab button. I'm not using the space bar, I'm using the tab button. And then if I scroll down, some of you did this. You had each pie as a separate paragraph. You are only writing a single paragraph. This is not an essay. So we're going to bring the entire paragraph together, right? Like that. So you're going to start with your topic sentence in yellow. You're going to end with your concluding sentence highlighted in gray. Okay? So we indented, our font size we figured out, our margins and spacing. And so if you need more information, these are instructions for Word. If you're using Word, if not, and you are using Google Docs, you can just use the instructions that I just gave you. But then this is good to go and it looks awesome. And then you'd be able to turn this in as your final draft and you would get full credit for the MLA part of the rubric, okay? Alrighty, good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.